the site.
Director na wana tusapano wana bola na vision ya bwino netenga bana bapereka mu schools akabana tibasunga chabe munyu bana muchoka direct kuribe kwa minute zabasungire bajabana.
They have also called on well-wishers to help in providing foodstuffs for them, as they disclose that they will not leave the agency not until Mr. Goma is confirmed Director General of ZAPID. Blessings Chakwila, Camnet News, Lusaka.
Plan International Zambia has donated 206 desks to 3 schools in Vubwi district under the Not One Girl Less project. Not One Girl Less project is also being implemented in Chadiza by non-governmental organizations to supplement government's effort in improving spaces for increased attendance, especially among girls. The schools, namely Mchima, Martyrs of Uganda, and Mbambe primary schools, have benefited from the donation of 206 desks made by Plan International.
Lack of access to safe and clean drinking water is a thing of the past for the people of Kazimule Ward in Lwangeni constituency of Chipata district. Lwangeni Member of Parliament Moses Moyo, working in partnership with Direct Aid Kuwait, facilitated for the drilling of a borehole to provide water to 5 villages from Kazimule Ward.
That has come to our aid. It has drilled over 20 boreholes just this year in Lwangeni, and the water challenge that is there in Lwangeni is slowly closing up the gap because of the goodwill and that we've been receiving from Direct Aid. This kind of help has gone without a cost. The government, neither me, the Member of Parliament, has put in anything in this project. It has costed us 220,000 because I complained, the councillor lodged in a complaint that people were drinking together with the animals. The last borehole they had, it was drilled in 1993. Since then, the people have had water challenges.
Direct Aid Kuwait Director of Projects and Propagation, Muhammad Yusuf, said his organization is committed to providing water to rural communities.
Service to humanity is service to God. And Direct Aid is involved in a lot of venues of services to the vulnerable in society, and one of them is water. And we all know that water is life. This is a solar-powered project, which means that the entire project of 10,000 liters of water is going to actually be run on solar. And we normally know that it's very rare to have solar-powered projects. Normally, always anybody who wants to come up with projects of such nature will look for electricity. But looking at the remote area as this one, we thought of that we come up with this solar project.
And the beneficiaries were happy with the humanitarian gesture by Direct Aid Kuwait.
Yeze nkhani yoti sausa taki nemendo vano niwobe vakale twezokuwa nisharini kutapa manzi chifukwa cha manzi ya mzima yadi yasankhale na udongo manzi ya udongo ya mtendere ndipo tuyamikiranso angakhala president wasu ahichirema chifukwa chosenzera pamozi na MP wasu Moses Moyo komanso kansela wasu komanso mafumu yose yadi kuno kukatawa komanso Lwangeni yose.
Apologize for the mix-up in the clip there. However, we continue with the news. Minister of Health Sylvia Masivo has noted that Zambia remains one of the countries that have been hit hard by the HIV and AIDS epidemic, estimated at 1.4 million people living with HIV in Zambia. Speaking when she graced this year's commemoration of the National HIV Testing, Counseling and Treatment Day, whose theme is Let's Stop HIV Together, Get Tested Today, Ms. Masivo says this day reminds people to check their HIV status. The minister, however, notes that progress has been made towards the attainment of the UNAIDS 95-95-95 treatment targets, describing it as remarkable. She says over 90% of the people living with HIV know their HIV status, and of those that do, 98.6% or 1.2 million are on life-saving antiretroviral treatment, with 96% being virally suppressed.
Over the pandemic, we can clearly see the impact that the vaccination program has had on reducing the number of cases and deaths. In this regard, today, we announce the lifting of wearing of masks only in the 22 districts that have so far attained vaccination coverage at 70 and over 70%. These 22 districts include Chilawongwe District, Chiwuyunji District, Kalurushi, Mufurila District, Mushindamo District, Kasemba District, Chingola District, Chitnabuli District, Luansha District, Chitambo, Kapiri-Poshi District, Luangwa District, Mungwa District, Serenge District, Kabwe District, Chivombo District, Luano District, Ngambwe District, Chembe District, Mongu District, Sesheke District, and Solwezi District. Congratulations to the people of the 22 districts of Zambia that have so far attained vaccination coverage above 70%. Well done.
This is Camnet News. We take our second set of commercials. When we return, we have sports and international news.
Water is life. Each drop counts and each must be cherished. Our tried and tested product meets all international standards. With our smart drip technology, we aim to deliver precision irrigation designed to reduce blockage and wastage, ensuring a high yield. RenGlow, your smart irrigation partner.
On Monday, 15th August 2022, on National Matters, join Pastor Moses Chilua with his guest, Mr. Sean Tembo, PEP President.
You should only help people who need to be helped. That way, you'll be properly utilizing, scarce national resources. So if I was the one running the affairs of this country, yes, I would still pursue the same policy of, universal education, free education. But the way I would implement it is that, I'll come up with a comprehensive social welfare system.
I'm your pastor and, of course, host.
As they discuss developing Zambia as Zambians.
Invite others to participate through phoning on Skype, Zoom, WhatsApp and text messages.
On DSTV channel 274, GoTV channel 98 and Topstar channel 106.
Make a date with us. Camnet TV, not just another channel.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying on. In international news, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, Kenya, has declared William Ruto as Kenya's president-elect after a highly contested election with long-time opposition leader Raila Odinga. Ruto served as vice president for the immediate past president Uhuru Kenyatta, having polled at least 50.49% of the total vote cast, while Raila Odinga behind with 48.85% of the total vote cast. Ruto lauded the IEBC boss for ensuring the electoral process was free and fair by allowing access to the election results to all and sundry. President-elect William Ruto has attributed his victory to God, whom he said enabled him to weather the storms and become Kenya's 5th president. In his opening remarks soon after being declared the winner of the August 9th contest, Ruto said he managed to get to the finish line by God's grace. Ruto said because of the bar raised by Kenyans means no one lost the election, as the election was not marred by any incidences. Here is a roundup of other international stories.
The Makalab village in the River Nile province of Sudan. Many residents here are trapped by flood water. The floods, triggered by seasonal torrential rains, have killed more than 50 people and inundated over 8,170 homes since the rainy season started. Authorities on Saturday called for support. Most of this water is coming through the mining areas, whether random mining or the official one with the gold mines. Last year, the same flood happened and it went through the village and ruined all farms. Residents believe that the floodwater surrounding the area is affecting their health, leaving many sick with no medical aid present. The old village is flooded and most farms are ruined. There are people suffering from diarrhea, inflammations, and there is no medicine at all. Some people have a fever. There is no medicine at all and there is no medical staff. The water is accumulating and nothing is being done about it. Mosquitoes are increasing because of the accumulating water. Sudan's rainy season usually starts in June and lasts until September. The UN Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs says about 38,000 people have been affected.
A tribute to the dead, as emotions flow freely. A small group of families and survivors gather to remember. As the years pass, their numbers dwindle, but not their problems. On August 14, 2017, more than 1,100 people died as this face of Sugarloaf Mountain broke free. Huge boulders and tons of debris cascaded downhill, sweeping away homes and people. It was Sierra Leone's worst single-day disaster. Momo Mansarai lost his entire family, 20 people.
I miss the counsel of my family that died on that day. I'm so scared of what may have happened to them.
Moses, who was only 6 weeks old at that time, miraculously survived the disaster. But his father did not.
5 years after the mudslide, people are still building on the slopes of mountains and hills around Freetown, despite a government ban. And experts say it's only a matter of time before there is a similar disaster.
8-year-old Mabinti Kamara fight back tears. She survived that terrible day because she had gone out for dawn prayer. 5 years after the mudslide, she now faces homelessness again.
I've been asked to leave the construction site where I live with my grandchildren. I don't know where else to go or what to do.
Enforcing the law here is weak.
Some are saying, where did I go? Have I any provision for my relocation if the government want to take me out from this place? Has they provided me any place for me to go and relocate?
Sierra Leone is one of the world's top disaster-prone countries. Environmentalists say unless official corruption is tackled, such disasters will reoccur and people will continue to be killed.
Victims of a fire that killed dozens of people at a church in Giza have been laid to rest. The community left shocked by the seemingly senseless deaths. And loss so great, it is for some incomprehensible.
My son has lost his life. My son is dead.
As the church hall fills with bodies, to be viewed, mourned, and prayed over, the children who died are easy to spot. The smaller the coffin, the younger the victim. Grief turns quickly into anger.
My children were stunning. They were angels. I know it is God's decision, and I accept it. The only question is why this happened.
A faulty air conditioning unit sparked the electrical fire. 5,000 worshippers had gathered for Sunday Mass. People died from smoke inhalation and in the ensuing stampede.
The fourth floor of the church was on fire. There were children in the nursery, and there was a mass. I don't know what happened, but there were kids and elderly people. We saved those we could. We looked up and saw a lot of black smoke and fumes in the air.
Coptic Christians make up about 10% of Egypt's population and are often the victims of discrimination, attacks, and hate crimes. For many, the government offers of compensation are unlikely to mean much in the immediate aftermath of a tragedy that has shaken the largest religious minority in Egypt.
We go straight into sports news. Zambia Army Commander Lieutenant General Dennis Alibuzi says it is encouraging that the investment in women's football in the country is bearing fruit, with the girls making history by becoming the first women's team in Zambia to deliver an international trophy. General Alibuzi said this when welcoming Green Buffaloes Women's Football Club after winning the 2022 Hollywood Bates Kosapa Women's Champions League and qualifying for the 2022 Cup Champions Leagues. The Army Commander also held a Football Association of Zambia that has made it a point to accelerate the development of women's leagues according to requirements from FIFA. And Zambia Sports Fans Association patron Peter Makembo treated the girls to a hero's welcome after beating Mamelodi Sundowns by 6-5 on penalties following a goalless draw to win the regional championships. Meanwhile, FAS President Andrew Kamanga has promised to reward Green Buffaloes for making the country proud. Still in sports, the Zambia Senior Women's National Netball team says it is ready to participate in the forthcoming African Netball World Cup qualifiers scheduled for August 21st through to 27th, 2022. In an interview with Camnet Sports, Elizabeth Walia notes that the team aims at beating their greatest competitor, that is Zimbabwe. Walia adds that all the team needs to work on is coordination and communication while on the pitch.
Only some days remaining to the opening of the African Netball World Cup qualifiers scheduled for this month, the national team has intensified training ahead of the tournament. The games are programmed to start on the 21st of August through to 27th of the same month, 2022. Recently, the senior team had 2 practice matches with the under-20 national team at NAPSA Sports Complex where they won. In the first game, the senior team beat the juniors 61-16, while the second game was 79-2 whitewash. Camnet Sports took time to interact with the team before their training. They had this to say.
Very much prepared for the games, the coming games, the Africa World Cup qualifiers, and we're expecting to win, to do our best. We're very much prepared. The competition might be tough, but we're very much prepared, we're ready, and we'll go in hard.
The team is hopeful of beating their competitor Zimbabwe.
According to training moment na ambila, the train according to our coach Mamena to consider. So we have prepared and we qualify the World Cup. The team should work on defense and attacking. Bafunika at least bakaziwana kwa NETBALL at least assist than kumwa moba mkomboy.
On defense, attacking, we just have to concentrate on. We just have to take opportunity on each and every game we'll be playing. Yes, we don't have to underrate any of the teams. Zimbabwe, is it right? Zimbabwe. We just have to beat Zimbabwe this time for us to qualify to the World Cup.
The team is Monday, 15th August 2022, expected to play in another preparatory match with the women's select side. Blessings Chakwila, Camnet Sports, Lusaka.
Well, that's where we wrap it up this evening. The headlines once again. Patriotic Front claims most Zambians feel short-changed in the UPND's one-year rule. Timber producers complain over government stance on exports. Non-state actors ask for more time on the Public Order Act submissions. In international news, William Ruto, Kenya's president-elect. And in sports, Zambia women's national netball team intensifies preparations for World Cup qualifiers. We now look at the Camnet verse of the day, and it's coming from Romans 14, verse 8, and it reads, "If we live, we live to the Lord, and if we die to the Lord. So whether we live or die, we belong to the Lord." Thank you so much for choosing Camnet TV. My name is Sharon Kalimbula. Good night.